Genesis 44, verses 32 through 34 says, "Your servant became accountable to my father for the boy, saying, 'If I do not return him to you, I will always bear the guilt for sinning against you, my father. Now please let your servant remain here as my Lord's slave in place of the boy. Let him go back with his brothers. For how can I go back to my father without the boy?' I could not bear to see the grief that would overwhelm my father." Joseph put his brothers to the test when they came to the land of Egypt seeking food for their families during the severe famine. Of course, his brothers had no idea at the time that it was Joseph, who they had sold into slavery around 22 years prior to this. And Joseph is now in charge of selling food. Particularly, he set up his younger brother Benjamin, from the same mother, to be arrested and enslaved as a test to see how his brothers would respond. Interestingly, Judah, the brother who had suggested selling Joseph into slavery, now considered his father and was willing to take the place of his brother Benjamin as a slave. As we all live, we experience many things from other people. Some of these things are good and some are bad. In fact, some of these things can be deeply hurtful and even change the entire course of our lives for the worse. As a result, it's easy to live begrudging and vengeful toward those who have done evil against us and made us suffer in various ways. Then, whenever we see those people, many years later, it's easy for us to assume they are still the same as they had been before. Today's response to hearing God's word is this: recognize that people can change. Although many people never learn from their mistakes and make corrections to change their lives, some do. However, you will never really know who has truly learned and changed unless you give them the opportunity to show themselves one way or another. While you should not foolishly place yourself into harm's way, you should at least be open to honestly examining the current fruit of their lives without being blinded by their past choices and assuming they are the same as they have been. For when you discover those who have truly changed, it should be a great encouragement to you and an opportunity to heal the relationship.